Today's demonstration is on Savestigo's DPU agent running on Nvidia Bluefield DPU. The agent consists of two parts. First, the agent residing in the DPU collects telemetry data from the server memory for host introspection. Then, such memory data are analyzed and translated into events of interest. This process happens out of band and at line speed. Next, these events of interest get pushed into a centralized database. After that, Savestigo, our cyber investigation solution, utilizes this information and others to process and provide a complete scope of an attack with its root cause. To showcase the agent's capability, we have set up a crypto miner scenario that consists of a victim machine, a server labeled as C2, and multiple crypto miner servers. This flowchart describes the chain of events in the scenario. First, the victim executed a legitimate program on his environment, Notepad++, triggering an automatic update check. However, in this scenario, a malicious DNS redirect was successful and forwarded the update process to the C2 server instead of the legitimate servers. As a result, the victim received the fake updates in the form of backup.exe. The malicious update then proceeds to download more files from the C2 server, that is the patch.zip and nppupdater.exe. Subsequently, the new file, nppupdater.exe, extracted the xmrig miner from the patch.zip and connected the miner to the crypto miner server pool. The firewall raised an alert, which observed that a known malicious IP address connection was associated with an internal IP. The offending malicious IP provided was 13.13.13.10. Interestingly, while checking the log records in the remote machine, it was all cleared. Given the information gathered from the alert, we created a new query in Savestigo. We have selected Nvidia DPU here, as we are recreating the processes that occurred within the victim. The time frame we chose was from August 18, 2021, when the firewall alerts notified the SOC. We then enter the malicious IP as the destination IP. After a few seconds, a graph is created. Savestigo uses its timeline analysis to investigate the events of interest in chronological order. Thus, we will review this sequence of events in parts under this single unified platform. These are the events observed at the start of the attack. Here we can confirm that the explorer.exe created the Notepad++ process. Scrutinizing the details further, we have identified the PID for Notepad++, explorer.exe, and its creation time. In addition, we can determine the command line used to create this process. We can validate the remote desktop used for RDP through its client name. The user opened Notepad++, which activated gup.exe to trigger for updates. Unfortunately, while starting this update, its DNS was compromised and redirected to an unknown IP, 13.13.13.10, where it got a fake update. Looking into the details of this connection, we can identify the PID, the destination IP, and the source IP. As a result of this DNS compromise, backup.exe was downloaded and executed by gup.exe. Based on the path, we know the file is residing in the temp directory. Backup.exe performed a UAC bypass, where svc host.exe executed nppupdater.exe. Here we can visually observe the program's full path, which aids the scope of the attack to be determined. In adjacent, we can also observe xmrig.exe, which is the crypto miner process. Looking at the details on the crypto miner command line parameters, we can instantly identify the associated email address. These are the IP addresses to which the crypto miner used to connect. Hence, we can use port 45700 to block the crypto miner traffic from the network. Here, we can set the score for detection. With this feature, we can easily find the offending nodes in the graph. In this instance, it highlighted the malicious IP 13.13.13.10. We can further ping to highlight the nodes. This process was created by nppupdater.exe. In this command line, it disabled all Windows logging, a ubiquitous tactic used by an attacker to evade detection. There is another process, wef2.exe observed. This particular command line creates a process to clear all Windows security events from the machine. In conclusion, our DPU agent used the out-of-band memory access mechanism to extract the events of interest from the server's memory and ingested them into the log repository. Despite the adversary disabled system logging and cleared security logs, the DPU agent detects this activity in the memory and generates the log. Cyvestigo queries the log repository. The core of Cyvestigo correlates and pivots across the events of interest and visualizes the timeline of events zeroing its root cause. Correlating multiple endpoints are required to identify the full scope of the attack. Together, Cyvestigo and Nvidia DPU provides actionable insights for the analyst to mitigate security incidents effortlessly.